Friendly hello hi, the name's Raph, and I'm gonna be talking about my experience watching OG Dragon Ball, and I gotta say, I had fun. Now, that was over 6 months ago, but like I said, I enjoyed it a lot. It was really, really fun, and I liked it. And of course, Z Beyond is, so much better, but OG was really nice. I liked it a lot. We get to see little Goku, Krillin, Bulma. You get to see Yamcha and Poor back when they were still living in the desert. Roshi, the Red Ribbon Army, you name it, we have it. Fucking Old Man Piccolo or whatever the fuck. I enjoyed it a lot. I don't really have much to say because Dragon Ball is just really, really cool. I'm glad that Gorodo, one of my friends, genuinely just got me into Dragon Ball when Sparking Zero came out. And, wait, no. It wasn't when Sparking Zero came out, but it was the time when we're actually getting marketing and shit for it. By the time Dragon Ball came out, Sparking Zero came out, I was already finishing Z. So, yeah, I'll get to Z later, but I want to talk about OG Dragon Ball. So, I'm not gonna do a summary of the entire story because there are so many people who do that already. I just want to express my thoughts about it. So instead, I'm just gonna say what I liked about it. And yeah, one thing that I liked is just how silly Goku is. And when he grows up, when he to fight a younger Piccolo, he is almost the exact same. Almost the exact same, I remind you. And it's crazy how growth spurts work for Saiyans too, which is still crazy. But like I said, I really like how Goku did his training arc. He just starts off living in the fucking woods, and then sooner or later he meets Bulma, and then Roshi, and then ChiChi, and everybody else, and he's just starting to train, and he meets Krillin, and he gets better and better and better, and he learns a lot of valuable lessons because of his friends and Roshi. And I really like that. I enjoyed seeing Goku grow up until he reaches to the point where he finally becomes the best in the world for one of the martial arts tournaments, and that's really, really cool. Bulma has her moments, and I really, really enjoy Bulma and Goku's dynamic because it feels like a younger brother and older sister type deal. I really, really adore that. Sure, sometimes Goku can be really oblivious to what's going on, and Bulma's like, "Hey, Goku, man, this is how it works, okay?" And yeah, and of course Bulma being a teenager has small dumb wishes oh hey, I wish for a boyfriend and all that shit when it comes to Shenron, but in the end she does get with Vegeta and has a kid, so yeah. Overall, I just want to say Bulma's really good. I really loved Bulma in OG Dragon Ball. I liked her a lot. She's amazing. Just as amazing as Yamcha for being just a random motherfucker in a desert, being abandoned and all that stuff, to being well respected and retiring. And I mean, he does get his leg broken by Tien, which I will get to later, but Yamcha was fun. I enjoyed Yamcha. Poor is amazing too, especially with Oolong, which, by the way, damn, I can't believe Oolong got little girls into a mansion so he could and let them do their thing. That's fucking crazy, bro. I didn't know that was a thing. Anyways, Poor is also really, really nice. Her dynamic with Oolong is just funny because oh hey, they both know how to shapeshift and they've had history with each other, so they know how to bounce off of each other. And of course, Yamcha's bond with Poor as well is absolutely adorable. I loved it. And I gotta say, Roshi absolutely is amazing. I absolutely love Master Roshi. Sure, he can be one hell of a fuck-ass pervert, but he still teaches Goku and Krillin amazing stuff. And it's amazing. Sure, you have one side which is absolutely weird and creepy, but the other side who's an absolute goat. He's absolutely just amazing. I really like how Roshi just trains Goku and Krillin. I already mentioned this earlier, but one of my favorite moments when it comes to him teaching Goku and Krillin is when he dressed up as Jackie Chun to give these boys lessons hey, if you already win, you're gonna get too cocky and all that shit. And it's really, really inspirational. It's really, really cool to see that, oh hey, there's gonna be people better than you. You gotta work harder, but at the same time be better. and it's amazing. Like, I also love the scene where like Roshi does the Kamehameha to get rid of the fire, and Goku is like, oh, I can do that too. And Roshi's like, no, it takes like 50 years, and Goku just does it on his first try. It's small, but like he's getting there. I actually no, I love all of like the Kamehameha awakenings. I just Roshi's going, no, you can't do this yet, and then like Krillin and Yamcha just start fucking doing it. And I didn't even mention Krillin yet. Krillin is absolutely amazing of a best friend fella. Like, it's like, hey, I know what Master Roshi likes. I know how it makes him tick. But in the end, he just makes this amazing bond with Goku. Like, they're like the like childhood friends, neighbors that decided to grow up together when they move in for the first time. But I love Goku and Krillin's story. And the fact they're still together during Super and the end of Z is absolutely amazing. I wish I had more friends that would last that long. Anyway, let's talk about Tien and Chiaotzu. If I'm gonna be honest, I really like how Toriyama handled Tien when writing him. It's just this guy who's this arrogant prick who is under a guy who's a piece of shit. That's, yeah, and then like he's like, okay, I'm doing this, I'm built different, I'm that guy, until like Roshi under Jackie Chun like explains like, hey, listen, Crane guy isn't the best, you know? You can be so much more. And then like eventually like both Chiaotzu and Tien like move over to where Roshi is, and I really like that. It's really cool. I love that a lot, but I do really gotta talk about like the Crane Hermit's school, whatever the fuck. Dude, bro, Crane Hermit guy, was dumb. I hated him. I believe he called Launch a schiz. Oh my god, wait. Is it weird to say that like, other than like the other characters who constantly show up in like Z, Super, etc., Launch has to be one of my favorites. I really love the dynamic she has with herself. Like, oh, happy-go-lucky side until she sneezes. She becomes this badass that falls in love with Tien. And like, I love that. It sucks that we don't get to see her much anymore because she's actually just amazing. I love Launch so much. And now we're going into like the morally sus fucks. Let's go on to the bad guys. Red Ribbon Army. The many like Red Ribbon generals were very interesting to say the least, especially Blue. And yeah, I like them. I like that Goku decided this, I'm gonna go solo mission, beat the shit out of the Red Ribbon Army, headquarters on my own. And he did. He kicked ass and chewed bubblegum. And yeah, I love how his friends are like, wait, you did all of this on your own? And he's like, uh-huh, yeah, I did. And yeah, and of course the Red Ribbon Army does have their fair share of future upcomings like Dr. Gero and making the androids, and eventually in Super Hero where Gamma 1 and Gamma 2 and fucking Cell Max. So yeah, I really like the Red Ribbon Army for them being just this recurring villain group that just shows up every once in a while, but not like too much for them to be seen as like a super omega prominent threat. I like that. Let's see, what else can I talk about? Piccolo it first appeared, and I watched a review by like, I believe it was like a Karthu, that's his name, of like him and like talking about like Dragon Ball and stuff and the history of Dragon Ball, and like a bunch of creators saying like, when the Piccolo fight happened, that's when all of Dragon Ball fucking changed. Because like, it's just started from comedy to like all this martial arts stuff to now we're fighting aliens now, and like in a crazy ass battle. And honestly, I understand that. I totally get it. That when Piccolo arrived, that was the absolute tone shift for everything, from Raditz to Nappa to Vegeta, everybody else. I love that. I really love the Piccolo. I really love Piccolo's inclusion into everything, and especially when he gets Piccolo Jr., which is like the Piccolo that we all know and love today. I really like how Piccolo was handled. Both of them, they were amazing, and so was Kami. I really liked Kami. I'm sure he fuses with Piccolo later in Z, but like, I enjoyed his presence, and he's just being like this guy that just watches over Earth. And there's Mr. Popo, who's also the GOAT. But I enjoyed the presents. Basically, what I'm trying to say, I just enjoy Dragon Ball in general, because I'm repeating my adjectives. There's nothing much that I really have to say. I'm probably missing a couple of things, like, oh wait, I want to say something. I like Arale, like the little robot girl from one of Toriyama's works, I believe. Arale is really, really fun. I really like the episode of Arale and Goku. It's amazing. And when I find out that she shows up in Super, I was like, wait, I know this one. This is one of my favorite little goobers. And she's so fucking crazy and powerful. She could probably solo Grand Zeno, bro. Like, that's what that little girl has in store. Ooh, and I didn't even talk about Yajirobe and Korin yet. I really like Yajirobe. This guy just doesn't really want to fight, but he actually can lock in, and he's also as hungry as Goku. I like that. He cooked one of Piccolo's minions and ate him, which is crazy. But I really like Yajirobe. There's not much I can say about him now, except that I like him. And Korin too, because, what you call this? He did give Nimbus Cloud again. Nimbus is amazing. And just him training Goku for a while, it's fun. And yeah, I really like those two. And like I said, I don't have much to say about them, but I wanted to mention them here. However, if I have to pick from a favorite villain, it's not Piccolo, it's not the Red Ribbon Army, it's actually the fucking Pilaf gang for how goofy they are. Like, when it comes to Shu, Mai, and obviously the GOAT himself, they are a silly force to be reckoned with, and it's kind of crazy that, oh hey, these guys used to be adults before Super. And yeah, it's still crazy. I really love their dynamic a lot with how they're written. They're one of my favorite aspects of OG Dragon Ball, and heck, one of my aspects in Super. But I'll get to that when the Super review drops. But in the meantime, I feel like I'm not missing anything. I don't need to talk about the kid and his dad at the pillar, or actually no, wait, Tao is good. I like Tao. I hate him, but I like him, but I hate him. But I like him, if you're trying to get what I'm saying. Alright, okay, I think I've said everything now. Oh, also, Shenron's awesome. I hope that's all that I'm doing. I don't have a script for this. You can tell why I'm stuttering and, like, figuring out my fucking words and shit. But, yeah, I guess it's about it for my OG Dragon Ball review. If there's anything that I missed, I'll put it in the comments. Yeah, that's about it, I guess. I'll hopefully post my Z review during March or April. But in the meantime, that's about it for me reviewing Dragon Ball. I'm excited to talk to you guys how I felt about Z and Super, because that's where I fucking have the most to say. And that's what I most remember. And I did not watch GT yet, which I will get to some other time. But in this meantime, right here, right now, that's all from me today. Stay safe, have fun, and take care of yourselves, and I'll see y'all whenever. Farewell!